Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look. We're going back to the Cask Strength Collection, Dustin. Signatory's Cask Strength Collection and the Glen Keith 29-year-old, 1993, 51.8% ABV. Bourbon cask maturation. One of our gifts from the Malted Mancave. We let him get on camera. He gives us whiskey. It's a heck of a trade.
You know, every now and then some of the guys ask, how do you guys review so much great whiskey? And, you know, we spend a small fortune on whiskey ourselves, but we do have friends like Keith, a few people who've given us some samples that have helped us greatly in our ability to bring you guys some old, age-dated, and really interesting whiskeys. And this is definitely an interesting one because how often do you... I've never even seen a Glen Keith official bottle.
I have not. Ex-Bourbon Hogshead, bottle 73 of 178 cask, 82787. Again, as I mentioned before, 51.8%, which is cask strength. 1993, Dustin, what were you doing?
I was in elementary school.
Yeah, I was sophomore in high school. My wife was 1.5. That's fun. That's fun. All right, it looks like a bourbon cask maturation. I'll probably refill, bourbon hogshead.
You saying wife is just still disturbing to me.
It feels weird. Trying it on. All right, get into this one. Citrus and light orchard fruits.
Love the orchard fruit. I'm also getting a little bit of tutti frutti.
Can see that. I would say a little bit of cotton candy grapes, maybe.
Striped gum.
Yeah.
Remember that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one.
There's a savory-ish thing on here. I'm trying to parse it out. It's like a...
with this one, they wanted to get you out of the way. Because they gave you, obviously, what's, I would guess, is a refill or a couple times used ex-bourbon cask. Let it sit for nearly 3 decades. It's a long time. 39 years is a long time.
There's like a vegetal, fruity, note that's clearly the malt coming through here.
A vegetal note I would have initially said is wet mineral stone.
Sourdough bread.
A little bit of GW grinders, if you will.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, just definitely like a little sourdough bread.
Maybe a little mayonnaise on that bread, a little hot mustard.
I don't know about the mustard. I'm hoping I don't taste the mayo. I ain't that kind of white boy.
Yeah, so I tell you what, the bourbon casks are still pretty bright after almost 3 decades. You're getting a citrus note, but it's not tart citrus. Sometimes with some of these older bourbon cask maturations, the citrus note can turn into really nice, kind of shiny. I don't want to say anything as acidic as pineapple, but almost kind of like a pineapple.
Yeah, they definitely pulled this before it got super over oaked for sure.
Decent oak note. I wouldn't say it's a crazy oak note, but
they pulled it well before it got offensive. Yeah, just nice.
Yeah, just doing a lot of things well. It's got a few nice little pieces.
It's very it's inviting. I'm enjoying the nose. It's simple but yet assertive. What was the ABV on this thing?
51.8.
Okay. So starting to lose a little bit of proof there with time.
Yeah, but you can hardly pick up any alcohol on the nose. Unless you want to say like that soft but warm lemon it has a little bit of alcohol in it, but that's about all.
All right, we don't miss the age on the palate.
Yeah, give it to me.
It has that very classic kind of stately, slightly sour oak note that you get on these really old bourbon casks. Gives us a lot of that sweetness. Has like a pineapple, tangerine, citrusiness with a heavy vanilla up front. It's not super sour, but there is that acidity. But those notes are really coming through. It's it's a soft, gentle, you've watered it down. Or you're getting vanilla and oak. It's just a clean, easy drinking, really not well aged. This is ultra aged notes.
Still popping. Those again, they have bright casks. In some ways, it reminds me of a Balvenie 25-year-old single barrel, the bourbon barrels, except for without the graininess of the Balvenie and a little bit sharper of a citrus note. But again, like you said, well aged, has a nice oak note, not overdone.
I can see the honey notes kind of coming through here at the end.
Yeah, I would say a little bit of sugary,
graham crackery.
Yeah, a little bit of sugar, honey, graham crackers on there. Again, kind of simple, but
Yeah, I mean that's what you expect out of a bourbon cask. I mean, it's the question with bourbon cask is like how well
is the oak note integrated?
well, and how sometimes it's a how does the whole experience come together? And this one's a little simple.
A little simple. It comes off a little younger than what it is.
Yeah, I mean the problem I think you run into when you try to do a single cask with this age is, you really need to blend whiskeys of this age or that. Sorry. People don't like using the word blend, but essentially you need to blend them, to try to bring out okay, this one's over oaked, but we're going to bring it down with a couple that are starting to fade, and then we're going to find one that maybe is more citrusy, and we're going to really kind of bring it all together.
This would pair lovely with something that had a little bit it had a sherry kick to it.
Absolutely. Or again, they just found maybe 6 or 7 casks that were contrasting. They could have really blended something great here.
Because there's nothing off-putting. The oak note's very middle of the road, especially for its age. There's just nothing but really nice bourbon cask maturation, nice citrus to work with.
We'll drop of water on here and see if something comes out. Sometimes these old bourbon casks can really be.
Agreed.
You get almost like a whole different whiskey when you bring a little bit in there, especially with 29 years. That's such a good age statement.
It's a good age. Another good cask strength, well aged whiskey. One of us were able to pick up for a reasonable amount.
Yeah, I don't know what Keith paid for this exactly, but I know it was pretty fair. A little more pastry comes out.
To me, it's just more sunshine, citrus.
Really? So I was expecting more citrus, but I got a little bit more of the pastry.
That's turned up a little bit too, but man, that sunshine, citrus, that's what I'm going with all over the place.
Okay. It's more of like it's like a lemon croissant kind of a thing. Kind of comes out now with it's simplified the whiskey even more, but it's brought out a really nice note. Really drinkable. Oh no, the finish is actually kind of giving me a little sachet into like more of a. It's just giving me something different. I mean,
it's almost like a lemon drizzle pound cake.
Yeah, something like that.
But no, I mean,
this is what you want from this is kind of what you expect out of an old bourbon cask, single cask. I don't think, other than Balvenie, I've really ever been blown away by single cask bourbon at these super ages. I mean, I think those casks do better when they, that together, multiple casks to try to bring out some really cool flavors. This is really enjoyable. It's darn good whiskey.
Just a little boring.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing special. This is a sipper. You're just wanting to sip on something maybe while you read a book.
Yeah, very fruity, light, very palatable. You could drink this and get in trouble pretty quick because the ABV is strong, and this doesn't really taste that strong as far
You could definitely drink half a bottle of this in an evening reading a book.
Right. Yeah, not at all. Let me to go first. Age, all that's working for it. Again, like we said, a little bit simple. My enjoyment level of this is pretty high, but I'm at an 87 out of 100. Your thoughts?
Right there with you. Although I gotta say, I just had another little sip here, and the water's coming in well. It's opening up a little bit more, which, I mean, we were down here. I'm surprised there's anything to open up, but it's giving me this nice citrus note with the wood that I really, 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 really like. Maybe one more little sip here.
If you want to trump my 87, just trump it. Don't be afraid of Keith. You don't have to give him a high score. Give this whiskey what it deserves.
I'm sticking with the 87. I did for a second. They're giving me hints of maybe I'd bring it up, but no, 87. Great whiskey for your ex-bourbon cask lovers who really like that older, stately note. You are getting a profile here that you're going to have to pay for.
Yep.
You're not getting this for $100. You're just not getting this flavor for $100. You're going to have to spend $200 plus.
Well, you're not getting that oak note. You're not getting that aged whiskey.
No. I don't value that note quite at that high, so I don't generally rush out to go buy these bottles. But I've got a handful of bottles that give me this note, and I always enjoy going to them. I don't know I'm replacing them when they're gone.
If you're a gentleman that prefers age with this whiskey, great buy.
Yeah.
Great buy with this one. There's absolutely nothing off-putting to it. I just like a little more excitement in my drink.
Yeah, same.
That's about it. Anyway, if you guys had a chance to try this one, let us know what you guys think. We once again want to thank our good buddy Keith for letting us bring this bottle to you. A bottle we've had quite a few times with him. So again, Dustin, if we don't have anything else to add, what do we wish the folks?
Happy drinking.
We'll see you then.